Now, when speaking with some of your former colleagues at the border, what's the morale like compared to the previous administration as far as
There was no morale under the previous administration. People were retiring. It was, and this is in the words of my former coworkers and colleagues, that it was the worst time to work for Homeland Security under the previous administration. And now they're just allowed to do their jobs, and that's what people want to do. They want to just be able to enforce the law that are on the books and continue on and have the support of leadership, which they have the full support of all of DHS senior leadership.
And you were working under the Obama administration, right? You were under that particular administration.
I was under Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump won.
Oh, you were under Trump 1 as well.
Trump won.
Oh, I thought you left right before Trump won.
I left in 2022.
during Biden he left?
So during Biden is when you left.
Yeah. And then, now we're in Trump too.
So which administration had the strictest border laws?
The border laws never changed. They've been the same since INS was created. It just depends on the policy and what they want you to enforce.
So let me reword my question. Which administration had the strictest border policies?
Well, I think it's this current administration that has, and of course Trump won too. They were allowed to beef up the border, build a border wall, create additional infrastructure, more manpower to the border. So that in and of itself is not only is act as a deterrence, but now there's consequences for entering the country illegally.
Now, during the Obama administration, there were so many pictures floating around that were beautifully hidden by that administration and the media about the cages, where Trump went in there and obviously asked Joe Biden, who built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages? What do we know about those cages? Were people being separated during the Obama administration as far as families?
I did not work in the detention centers themselves. I was out there on the streets arresting previously deported aggravated felons, gang members with guns, and murderers wanted from, coming from Mexico. So I don't know exactly what happened in the detention center because that was more of an ICE specific type of work.
Got it.
So, since so many people you said left or retired during the previous administration, how are the numbers now with the current administration? Are there lack of border patrol officers, or is there a surplus?
They're trying to increase all of DHS, and in fact, there was a recent memorandum that came out called the Return to Mission. Individuals that have retired within, I'm going to say, the last 3 to 5 years, are offered a bonus to return. You can continue to collect your pension, and you will also be reinstated to what your salary was before to bring that experience and training. Because I was 50 when I retired. I got a lot of work left, right? I could have kept doing the job. I chose to retire. And a lot of individuals did the same, and we're still working. We're still doing whatever we want to do. Some guys do, some guys don't work, but I'm still working, and I know a lot of individuals that have put in to return to mission because they loved it. And they're going back to work under an administration that is going to cover you the entire time, that you will have the support of leadership. That's significant. We've all worked in places where you don't have support of leadership, and it's not a good place to work.
Have you considered going back or no?
I'm really happy doing what I'm doing, but I have considered it because I do miss it. I miss the brotherhood. I miss the adrenaline rush, and I really miss getting some of these really bad guys, these murders that we got. I remember we did a warrant in Southeast San Diego. This guy was lived in a fourplex, very rundown area, and he was selling narcotics, and he was selling weapons to the local gang members that were involved in a lot of homicides. In fact, as part of this, my team was awarded the California Narcotics Officers Team of the Year award for participation in this operation, nice, along with San Diego PD and other entities. This guy was a real bad guy, and I remember we're watching him, do his drug deals all night. We hit him in the morning right before he goes to sleep, and his wife and children were looking at him like, "I can't believe this is happening to you again." Like, you would expect sadness and tears, and they were so happy he was gone because he was just such a bad guy. And now I drive back It's right behind Lincoln High School in Southeast, where Marcus Allen went to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you drove by it before, and it was completely downtrodden. And now you see kids playing around there. It's cleaned up, and you're like, wow, you had an impact on the community. And I've seen this in multiple different locations.
You've brought life back to that community.
Yeah, at least for a small period of time. And I saw that many times where you'd arrest some people that were true bad guys, right? And the family was not unhappy on multiple occasions.
You guys would always hit them up at nights, huh?
No, daytime, nighttime,
Really?
weekends. We worked all hours of the day.
It was kind of like just pinpointing where he is at what time.
Yeah, because we're
finding out a routine or
we're
what?
doing targeted enforcement. We're trying to find proof of life. We're trying to bed this person down at a specific location, because most of the guys we went after, we'd have to go get warrants for them, right? This is how we would operate. Not that it was a necessity, but since we were doing the felonies, we wanted to get the warrant, get the search warrant and everything like that. So we had to go through a process.
And how long was the investigations before you actually nipped them?
And it depended. Sometimes it was 48 hours. Sometimes it would be 3-4 weeks. It depends on individuals. We had some that we called ghosts that we were looking for years, right? We would try everything, and sometimes we never found them.
If you enjoyed this short clip, go ahead and click here to watch the full episode. And make sure to click here to subscribe to our channel to watch all other episodes of the WiseNuts podcast.